Hi guys, today we shall be reading Look Inside Space with over 70 flaps. Blast off. A rocket roars into the sky. It whooshes up and up. The ground is far below. The rocket is now in space. Space is everything that exists beyond planet Earth, our home. There are lots of strange things out there. Big chunks of rock drift through space. These are called asteroids. Oh, one more thing I need to say. I shall be doing a test. Questions to ask you. Is that right? People who go up into space are called astronauts or cosmonauts. People who study it are called astronomers. From space, Earth looks like a round ball. The blue bits are sea, the green bits are land. There are lots of other planets in space. They look different than Earth. This planet is much bigger than Earth. It's made of hot, swirling gas. Do you think it's Mars? I'll be asking that question. Well, if you know that, though. You don't have to answer, though. This planet is smaller than Earth. It's made of rock. This huge ball of fiery gas is called a star. I think it's actually the sun. Or is it? No one knows how many stars there are in space. There are too many to count. Let's go. Next page. Did I read this bit yet? Well, I'll just read it. No one knows just how big space is, not even the very best scientists. Some scientists think that space might go on forever. We're on this page. The moon. One of the closest things in space to Earth is the moon. A big ball of rock that travels around it in a circle. How big is the moon? Well, the moon is much smaller than Earth. You could fit 4 moons into Earth. Why does the moon go around Earth? The moon is held in a circle orbit around Earth by Earth's gravity. Gravity pulls small objects to big ones. At night, the moon looks as if it's shining. In fact, the light comes from the sun. The moon acts like a mirror, reflecting sunlight onto Earth. The moon is a still, silent place. It has no air, water, or life of any kind, not even tiny insects. If I'm going too fast and you want to see the pictures, you may pause this video to see some. We only ever see one side of the moon as it goes round Earth. The other side looks very different. It's called the dark or far side of the moon. It's covered with huge holes called craters. Why does the moon change shape? The moon is always round. It just looks as if it changes shape as different parts of it are lit by the sun. The different shapes have names. This is a half moon. This shape is called a crescent. There's also Crescent Road near my house. I can't tell you which house I live in. One on the moon. Around 40 years ago, astronauts flew spacecraft to the moon. They climbed out onto the dusty surface. This spacecraft is called a lunar model. Lunar means moon in Latin. If you're Latin, you would already know. They put flags up to show they had visited. The astronauts collected moon rocks to study. They took photos and made films of everything they saw. Then people on Earth could see what the moon's surface looked like too. The astronauts wore thick spacesuits to go outside on the moon, tough gloves, strong boots. The helmet had a radio inside to talk to each other, and a backpack carried air to breathe. There's none on the moon. No oxygen, you can't breathe. There's less gravity, which makes things fall downwards on the moon. Things fall downwards on the moon than on Earth, so astronauts can jump higher off the ground. There's no wind or rain or any weather at all on the moon, so the astronauts' footprints will stay here for millions of years. One last bit. To go home, the astronauts climbed back into the top of their spacecraft and blasted off back into space. Guys, we're going to continue later. Is that alright? If I can't remember what page we got up to page 1 to 3, but please remind me. Bye! Oh, and later in the next episode, I shall be showing you the other books you could get to come with you. Bye!